the United States and France coming up here in Nashville. And for the United States, one change in their lineup, Julie Johnston's in. She scored her first career goal in the Algarve Cup against France last year.
And you're seeing Klingenberg on that left back position and 5 in the midfield. But Pugh and Heath switching sides, and mostly because of Tomis from France. We'll talk about that in a bit. And then Alex Morgan looking a little bit lonely up front in that 4-5-1.
Still possessing it. Finally knocked out of play by Rivera. Off the USA throw in to Morgan Brian. Dunn got it outside. Inside, O'Hara. Morgan turns. Inline, cut it back. There's Dunn. Bringing it back out again. US, will she take it? Finds the open player. Klingenberg inside. Fourth goal for Crystal Dunn. 8-0 US.
Now that's a good goal. That's the goal you want to see. You know you've beaten this team athletically. You know you're superior, but can you beat a team with 1 and 2 touch? And even though they're tired, this is great play. That's unselfish play by Morgan, and then by then Mewis. And
Brian inside, Dunn for 5. Crystal Dunn. 9-0 USA. A night to remember for her.
Eight players got a start today that haven't been starting in the past 2 games. And if you get a start, you want to make an impact with this opportunity, and Crystal Dunn has done that. Look at that touch, and able to control a ball in air, push off her defender, keep the ball away from the defender so she can't deflect it.
Fires right-footed and puts Germany in front. Anja Mittag, what a hit!
The reason why you play against Germany and against these teams of top caliber is because if your touch is not perfect, you leave yourself vulnerable and the other team will penalize you for it, and that's exactly what contributed to this goal. Krieger looking to try to create Morgan Brian too heavy of a touch, and Mittag, no one actually fully committing themselves to step up despite 3 defenders around him. That's not a bad ball in, that's what they've asked Krieger to do, but that's a bad touch by Brian. Mittag, no one's actually fully committing, even though there were 3 defenders right there. Beats Solo near post. I don't think Solo thought she was going to shoot that from there. I didn't think she was going to shoot that from there.
it forward for Morgan. Around Bartusiak. What an absolutely spectacular goal. 2 in 2 games for Alex Morgan.
You want your goal scorer to have confidence, and she's going to earn a ton from this. Megan Kleinberg picks her head up, realizes there's a gap of space in behind a high German backline. But look at the agility and her ability to control that ball under balance, full speed, have the poise and presence to chip it up over the other center defender coming back in.
Shots deflected, it slips in. It's a break, but Sam Mewis will take it. Goal number 2 for her, goal number 2 for the U.S.
If you're Germany right now, you're putting your hands in your head because you had them locked down, but you're dispossessed because you played too slow. And Sam Mewis recognizes she had space. You know, she doesn't take a long preparation touch, but she was benefited by an error by the goalkeeper.
That Dunn slipped in! Dunn with a goal!
And the U.S. has a 1-0 lead.
Well, this is just excellent from the United States. Individual effort and connecting well. Mallory Pugh is so good running with the ball. She finds the right person in Tobin Heath. Tobin Heath tries to get the shot on, and they find her again. And just Columbia is unable to clear the ball. And then Crystal Dunn does her magic in front of goal and finish it with class.
Angelos is mine.
Tobin Heath over the ball. Klingenberg. Dunn. Turning. From the far side, it's driven in. And there's the second goal. Hallie Long makes it 2-0 U.S.
When you want to make an impression on the coach, Kat, score a goal, that's always a good way to do it. But I like the build-up again. The ball went from Crystal Dunn out to the flanks. Lindsay Horan put in a really good ball, and it was finished by Hallie Long. This ball right here by Dunn.
start in the last 7 games for this team. So at one time, people were saying, would she make the team? I don't hear that question anymore for the Olympics.
I don't hear it at all. She has made such an impact on this team, and she's been so impressive, not just to Jill Ellis, but to a lot of the players. They talk about her in training, how good she is, and how she'll carve up the players on the United States team and just make them look bad. That's how good she is. She came in at such a young age, but she doesn't seem like she's 17.
No, she's clean technically, and she sees the game well. She.
Bodies in there, Lloyd. A cutting ball through! 3-0 if flag stayed down, and it did. Mallory Pugh came slicing through. And things are getting worse for Columbia.
And this is the development of Carly Lloyd's game. She just keeps getting better. Last year, she would have taken a shot here, but instead she sees a brilliant run from Mallory Pugh, perfectly timed. And then Mallory Pugh at such a young age has the class to look up and finish it right where she needs to and right over the goalkeeper's leg.
That's 2 assists for Carly Lloyd, but what I like.
Lloyd, Moran makes a run in support, as do others. Pugh on one side, Heath on the other. Cut inside for Dunn. Pugh across Lloyd, goal! 4-0 US.
Well, Carly Lloyd had a sharp assist for Mallory Pugh, and she's just returned the favor. She got the ball here on the flank. She ends up with it, kind of a misplay here, but she ends up with the ball. And then watch her beat the last player, and she finds that seam. Carly Lloyd knows what to do with the ball when she gets the ball on that part of the field, for sure.
National goal. Ball played across the way, and there's Heath! 5-0 US.
Absolutely clinical here from Crystal Dunn, wide open. Is able to get a long touch with no Colombian defender inside, and look at Tobin Heath, wide open. She had plenty of time to decide whether or not she wanted to volley the ball or head the ball and where she wanted to put it.
She did try to stay up. She had split the 2 defenders and wanted to keep going, but was brought down. Carly Lloyd scored off her own penalty kick miss and a save the other night from Santiago. Lloyd to strike for a 2-0 lead. Got up the crossbar in. She knows she was fortunate with that one. She knows. US with a 2-0 lead. Working out the flip forward towards Ospina. It's coming back to Dunn. Heading it wide. Blasted out by Lady Esprilla.
Dunn has been very active in this game. A real thorn in the side of the Colombian defense. Tracking balls, getting on the end of them, just fighting for balls, and then scoring a goal and setting up that last goal.
What I like so much about her is how good she is with her back to goal. She's so comfortable anywhere on the field.
Ward gave that one up. Deflected ball. Should be another USA corner.
The Olympics.
He drops it back. This misplay there. And that's going to be knocked home as well, unless it's waved off. Well, it's going to be a good goal. Looked like Long at the end of that.
Good little dummy where they leave the top of the 18 wide open. It's mishit, miscleared. But then Ali Long beats the defender, Ali Long gets it off Julie Johnson, who beats the keeper, and Ali Long finishes it.
2-goal game for Ali Long.
When it's just a poor clearance from Colombia, they had every opportunity to get that ball out of their goal area, and they cleared it basically as a perfect ball to Julie Johnson. And this is just a tired and deflated Colombia team right now.
So like the first half, when the U.S. scored once, they added more. Start press with a goal! Yeah! 7-0 U.S.
Quick restart. Foul, put it in play, get it forward, and guess what? Kristen Press just bending it around the goalkeeper. She loves hitting it from this angle where she can bend it around the keeper.
One time bending it, far post. What an excellent strike from Kristen Press. Much more comfortable coming from the left to the right than she is from the right to the left. Something that maybe Jill Ellis might want to look at a little bit more.
Kat, you know who has to have a good last 15 minutes is Heather O'Reilly.
We talked to Jill Ellis about her, and
Perez almost cost herself there.
she talked about how there's 4 wide players: Tobin Heath, Mallory Pugh, and Kristen Press. And right now, Heather O'Reilly really needs to prove herself, step up in these games and in practice and in the NWSL games, and show that she's versatile, that she can interchange with the midfield and make a statement. Like you said, that would have been a good time for her to get a goal.
She seemed to hesitate just a little bit there.
Crystal Dunn scored first. Kristen.
Into the box, trying to get there with the touch. In it goes. Kristen Press has put the U.S. up 1-0 here in Chester, Pennsylvania. Stand over a lot of this delivery. To curl it towards the near post. It's a great goal. It's a great goal. Julie Johnston will guide it in with a swinger. It's 2-0 U.S. flick on us there. It's Julie Johnston again. It's a double for her. She'll get it here in the 79th minute. It's 3-0. The damage done off the set piece.
There he is. I knew we'd get a shot of Zach Ertz in the stands there. Philadelphia Eagles tight end, her fiance. How great for her to get 2 goals. And another one, not surprising, on a set piece. And for Colombia, it's almost as if, who do you pick up? You can see Johnston fighting to get into that position. And just needs a hair in front of her defender. So dangerous. All 7 of her international goals have come just like that on set pieces.
She's only 23 years of age with towards the near post, the flick on us there. It's Julie Johnston again. It's a double for her. She'll get it here in the 79th minute. It's 3-0. The damage done off the set piece.
There he is. I knew we'd get a shot of Zach Ertz in the stands there. Philadelphia Eagles tight end, her fiance. How great for her to get 2 goals. And another one, not surprising, on a set piece. And for Colombia, it's almost as if, who do you pick up? You can see Johnston fighting to get into that position. And just needs a hair in front of her defender. So dangerous. All 7 of her international goals have come just like that on set pieces.
Way too far to be. Oh, and that's it. That's the game. That's the game. Toad was able to do it for Daisy. Daisy continues her streak. That was way too close for comfort right there. That was way too close. She was able to win it. So now we're gonna go for the updated group stats. Anyway, in case y'all are just joining us for the Peach versus Daisy match, again, apologize for how I sound. I'm still very sick, so that's why I sound very weird. Anyway, let's go on. So, as we were talking about before, Yoshi was actually cemented to be 4th place because of the loss he had with Birdo, which was 10-6, which doesn't emphasize how much of impact that is, because Yoshi was actually now 9-1 at some point. He was able to do a massive comeback. All you had to do was rely on Peach to lose 4 goals to Daisy, but unfortunately for that, Daisy and Peach actually was pretty even in this match actually, which is insane. Considering that Daisy has had her win streak here, and it continues on 4-0. No loss and an 8-goal differential. She is really comfortably here. She could lose and no one would dethrone her in 1st place. Yet. And I said before, the only person that's actually able to beat with that kind of score is Petey Piranha, which we haven't gotten their match yet, but we'll see if those two will still continue to compete over their points and see who would have the title of having the undefeated team of this tournament. And Daisy almost breaking DK's record here on total hits, actually 125, just 10 below the record, if I recall correctly. And what position? 50-50 over. But yeah, so that is Group D. Now we're gonna go to Group E, where we actually do have Petey Piranha coming around at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully, I feel better by then.